Hey everyone, welcome back to Rams on SI. I'm your host, Claudette Montana, joined by our NFL senior writer, Hondo Carpenter. We're talking all things Los Angeles Rams defense today. So, Hondo, we just talked about one of the Rams' newest draft picks, Chris Paul Jr., linebacker out of Ole Miss. But one position that I do want to talk about is the cornerback position, because that's an area where the Rams lack a little bit of depth. And there have been some buzz, some chatter about maybe bringing in Jalen Ramsey, a guy who played for the Rams before. What are your thoughts on that? And do you think that's like realistic, them getting Jalen Ramsey?
Well, he certainly is available, but let me tell you what the downside is, but why I think it might work for the Rams. And I use the word might. Jalen Ramsey is the kind of guy that if he does something great, it's look at me, give me a new contract.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sorry, the money he makes, he's supposed to be doing great things. But when he underperforms, he certainly doesn't offer a discount or, hey, let me give you some money back. So he brings drama to the team. And that is not what Les Snead and Sean McVay look for. However, a Les Snead seasoned leader who can talk to an agent and say, listen, we'll pay him if he performs well, but if he causes drama, he's out. If they could come to some type of a deal, we know Sean could handle him. So to me, 90% of the teams, my answer would be a flat no, no interest. If Les and Sean are on the page, then I say, yeah, go for it. But it's a risk that the two of them, it would almost be Belichickian. You may remember when he got Randy Moss. And, hey, here's the deal, but you got to check yourself before you wreck yourself if you're going to come here.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of those franchises. Listen, nobody questions Jalen and his ability to play the game of football, but it's the stuff outside of football that comes with Jalen. It seems to almost always be perpetually unhappy with his deal. Well, you know what? You signed it. I mean, Matthew Stafford left tens of millions on the table to come back.
Mm-hmm.
You see the difference? So again, 90% of the teams in the NFL, I'd say no. But if Les Snead and Sean McVay said yes, and they could talk to that agent, he could be a steal for a franchise that I think is on that cusp of being a legitimate Super Bowl contender.
I agree. They're definitely on the cusp of being a Super Bowl contender. It would be really interesting to see him back as well, because obviously he was part of the squad just a couple of years ago. All right. I want to remind everyone who's watching that you guys can go to si.com/NFL/Rams for all of your Los Angeles Rams coverage. Maybe some articles on Jalen Ramsey coming up as well. And be sure to check us out on Twitter as well. Hondo, great stuff. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Claudette.